You know that voice, that deep, calm, incredibly reassuring sound that can explain, well, pretty much anything. It's the voice of Morgan Freeman. But what if I told you that voice, and the life behind it, holds a kind of scientific playbook for building a stronger, more resilient mind? Yeah, so let's get into it. What if those secrets aren't really hidden at all? What if they're right there, out in the open, just waiting to be understood in the journey of one of the most iconic figures of our time? That's the big idea we're going to explore today.
And that's a fair question, right? How exactly do we jump from a Hollywood legend to practical lessons in neuroscience? Well, it turns out the connection is way more direct than you might think. It all starts with understanding what his voice really, truly represents. You see, that voice isn't just a product of amazing vocal cords. It's become a symbol of wisdom, of integrity. And those are qualities he earned through decades of facing down challenges and just persevering.
To really get the icon, you have to look at the man before the fame. His story isn't one of those overnight success fantasies. It's a masterclass in resilience. This is a legend literally forged by failure.
Just look at these dates for a second. Freeman was born way back in 1937, but his big breakthrough roles didn't start happening until the late 1980s. Do the math. That's almost half a century of working, of studying, of being told no again and again before Hollywood finally caught on. This wasn't just sitting around and waiting, this was actively pushing forward. And here's the absolute key takeaway from his journey. It wasn't defined by the setbacks themselves, but by how he reacted to them. Every single rejection wasn't an endpoint. For him, it was data. It was a lesson in what to try next. And that mindset, well, that's the foundation for everything we're about to talk about.
So this brings us to the playbook itself. We've basically mapped Morgan Freeman's life experiences directly onto proven scientific principles of neuroscience. And from that, we've created 7 actionable lessons for building a much stronger mind.
Okay, this is our roadmap. Each one of these 7 principles is something Freeman actually lived by. And get this, each one is backed by science that explains why it works so well. They all build on each other, starting with the foundation of it all. Let's kick things off with patience. For Freeman, this was never about just sitting by the phone hoping it would ring. It was active patience. You know, neuroscience tells us that our prefrontal cortex, that's kind of like the CEO of your brain, in charge of self-control. It functions at its best when we're calm and focused. So this kind of patience isn't inaction at all. It's the focused, powerful engine you need to chase a dream over the long, long haul. Next up, and this is a big one, you have to embrace failure. Seriously, think of it like this. Every time we fail, and this is the crucial part, learn from it. Our brain is physically rewiring itself. It's not a moral failing. It's a neurological workout. It's pretty much the main way we trigger the whole process of lifelong learning.
And there's a really cool scientific name for this process, neuroplasticity. All it means is that your brain isn't fixed. It's not set in stone. It is designed to change and grow for your entire life. So by continuously learning, whether it's acting or flying planes or even beekeeping like Freeman does, you are actively building a better, sharper brain. You're turning those lessons from failure into permanent strength.
Now, all of this builds towards an incredibly powerful biological tool, confidence. And listen, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. When you genuinely believe in yourself, your body actually responds chemically, letting your brain operate at its absolute peak performance. But this isn't about arrogance. True, lasting confidence is rooted in honoring your integrity, in knowing that your actions and your values are perfectly aligned. That deep self-respect is what gives your voice its weight, its power, and its authority. So, what does this all mean for you? This blueprint isn't just for us to admire his journey from afar, it's for you to start your own.
This is the key question. It's not about changing everything overnight, not at all. It's about taking one small, intentional step today. Which one of these lessons really speaks to you the most right now?
Your future is built right here in your daily actions. It's about choosing active patience instead of passive waiting. It's about seeing a mistake not as a dead end, but as a chance to learn something new. It's about building confidence from a place of integrity so that when you decide to use your voice, it speaks with real intention. These aren't huge, grand gestures. They're the small, consistent habits that add up.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. When you start to align your mindset and your actions with these principles, you start to build that same kind of calm, measured power. Your future isn't luck, it's built by you. And maybe, just maybe, your voice can carry a little bit of that Morgan Freeman wisdom too.